I'm glad you're here today. I wanted to talk about something that really sort of fires me up, and that is synchronicities. Um, so, usually, when I see a synchronicity, it means to me that I am on my right path, that I have I'm usually like vibing pretty high, and I have my consciousness is open enough that I am able to download information or receive answers from the universe regarding things that I have been asking about or things that have been coming up in my life. Maybe I want to make a change, a move, whatever. So I wanted to talk about these three synchronicities that happened that were really cool, and it happened 3 days in a row. So the first one, first let's talk about what a synchronicity is. So I'm going to just look at something really quick here. That concept was introduced by Carl Jung. He was an analytical psychologist, and to him, a synchronicity describes circumstances that appear meaningfully related yet lack a causal connection. Digging a little more into that on how I could generally explain this to you, basically it is what people would call a coincidence, although I don't think they're coincidences, of things happening in improbable ways that have some sort of meaning to the person experiencing them or interpreting them, perceiving them. So in a nutshell, that's what a synchronicity is to me. And the first synchronicity that happened was I was eating lunch downtown with my son, and when we finished, I asked him if he wanted to go into this crystal shop and just to go into a couple shops to look around. So as we were checking out at the crystal place, I saw this sticker, and it's just a little alien. It's purple and glittery and very 90s, and I love it. I love the color purple. I love this type of sort of glitter. And the alien, it reminds me of my favorite band, 311. If you're a 90s kid, you likely have heard of them or know of them. And yes, I'm still super into them. But on their third album, their self-titled Blue album, they have pictures of that look like this, and them with their faces painted with the eyes like the aliens. And a lot of their music is, I'm just gonna say, like galactic and super spacey, at least to me. So I was super excited about this sticker, and I picked it up and I told my son, oh yes, I love this sticker. I love that it's glittery and it's purple and it reminds me of 311. I have to buy it. So we bought the sticker, and then we made our way out the store. We walked up the street, and I asked him, do you want to go into this other store nearby? So he was like, yeah, let's go check it out. So we went inside. There was music playing. I'm a huge music fan. Thanks, Dad. And the next song that came on once the song that was initially playing ended was 311. It was Amber. So if you are a 311 fan, you would know that I got ambered in this store downtown. But I asked him, I was like, do you hear this song? And he was like, what, is it 311? And I was like, yes. And I was super pumped, super excited about it. I probably went on to him for way too long about it. But he knows that I'm that way anyways, and it's rubbing off, and I'm really glad about that, because even my kids are starting to tell me when they see synchronicities, which means that their consciousness is open as well. So super exciting. Well, fast forward to the next day. I'm driving to work, and I am listening to the radio, like the radio where you tune the dial, which is interesting because also that's like we can be tuned into different frequencies within the universe. Like, what are we vibing high? Are things within that high vibe frequency going to match up with me because I'm, feeling good. So this is how I'm feeling in the moment. I'm like, this is a great day. I'm going to have a great day. And I changed it from the country station to the rock station because there was a commercial on. So as the song comes on, I'm recognizing it's another 90s band. And but the car in front of me has a vanity plate, and I love a vanity plate. I look at every license plate that I can just to see if I'm going to see a synchronicity. Or maybe it'll have my favorite number, or maybe it'll say 311. So anyways, the vanity plate says Corr, Corr, and then Billy, the name Billy. So Corr Billy. At the moment that I read the license plate, I make the connection that the band that's playing on the radio is the Smashing Pumpkins. And maybe you knew where I was gonna go with that, but I was super pumped about it, obviously, because that's the kind of stuff that fires me up. Because I made that connection in my head that the lead singer's name for the Smashing Pumpkins is Billy Corgan. So Corr Billy, Billy Corgan. Maybe you're thinking I'm crazy. Anybody who believes in synchronicities or knows that that's pretty exciting. So that's great and that's awesome. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. I had that synchronicity yesterday with the song and the tangible thing in my life that I could, see, hear, taste, touch, or smell. And so the next morning, I'm again driving to work. This time I'm listening to the country station, and I'm really jamming out to the song. It is maybe Alan Jackson with Jimmy Buffett, and it's a remake of It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. I love Jimmy Buffett. He reminds me of one of my childhood best friends, and I love country music. I just love that they've updated that a bit with those new songs. So I'm listening to that on my way into work, and then we literally had one appointment that day. So the man comes in the office. I tell him, oh, you can go sit in the conference room. I go in there, I turn the lights on for him. And as I'm turning on the lights, I look at the back of his shirt and read it. And it says, It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. And I just thought, no way is this happening. He has a Jimmy Buffett shirt on. So then I ask him like, oh, obviously you're a Jimmy Buffett fan. And then he brightens up a little bit. We talk about Jimmy Buffett. He tells me a funny story about it. And then I said to him, what's interesting is I was listening to that song on the way to work, and I was really enjoying it. But today is the third day in a row that I've had a coincidence, because I didn't know that he would understand what a synchronicity is, of me hearing a song and being able to see something tangible that matched that song. It made me super excited. And he said to me, well, I'm staying away from you, because I guess he thought I had some sort of superpowers, or was witchy. I don't know, but it was funny. But another interesting part about that story, that just to wrap it all up, is that client's name was Billy. And I can't even make this up. So, what that just meant for me, I just kept having these days in a row where I was like vibing high. I was appreciating things in life, and I just kept seeing all of these synchronicities lining up for me that just kept telling me that what I'm working on right now in my life, I'm on my right path. And you'll know it's synchronicity if when it happens, you think, whoa, like how did that even happen? That is way more than a coincidence. And I could have never made that up. And are people even really gonna believe me that this happened? So that's how we know when it's not just a coincidence, when it actually is a synchronicity. For me, I'd like to dive a little deeper into that and figure out, sort of analyze situations more, like what was I thinking or feeling within those moments. So just become a little bit more aware of what's going on in my immediate actual consciousness, that maybe I can bring something like to fruition if I was thinking about an idea at that time, or however I can start to line up these synchronicities. But they're super exciting to me, and I know that they're really exciting to a lot of you guys. So do me a favor, if you recently had a synchronicity, or you have had like a big one in the past, because I know that there's so many for me, I could go on for over an hour telling you about all the synchronicities, but these were just the most recent, really big ones for me that happened 3 days in a row. Comment below, tell me if you've recently had a synchronicity, or if you've had something in your life that you noticed one, and then you knew that you were on the right track, or it caused you to take a leap, make that decision about something that you were maybe on the fence about, because that sort of excites me and I think that would be fun to discuss. So anyways, my name's Lisa Odekirk, and thanks for watching the channel. If you haven't already and you want to see more content like this, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that we can have more conversations like this. Have a blessed day.